Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Today we are seeing what you need to know right now. We're going to ask Spirit together what's actually happening in your life. What is it you need to know right now? We can ask your guides as well for some guidance along the path that you are walking at this point right now. But also there's a special bonus for my subscribers. If you aren't a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll be in the collective, and it's at the end of the video. It's something new that I haven't tried before, and I want to give a thanks to my subscribers in this way with an extra reading for you. It's actually going to be a tarot reading for you. All right, so you'll have the drawings and the channeling in the beginning for whichever pile you choose, and then my subscribers will have the bonus of the tarot reading at the end. So we're going to see what you need to know right now. And as a bonus, we're going to see what blessing is coming your way. What blessing is Spirit going to give you to help you in your situation at this point? All right. As always, I want to say just thank you for being here with me today. I always appreciate you and your presence and your positivity. And let's see what the piles have for us in store. There will be 3 piles. You can look down below in the description if you want to skip ahead to each one of the piles that resonates with you. And then there will be a bonus section that you can skip ahead to as well. All right. This is exciting. I'm excited to give this to you. I really appreciate all of you for being here and just making this community awesome. Let's get to the piles. In pile 1, we have white calcite. In pile 2, we have sodalite. And in pile 3, we have bloodstone. So go ahead and take a moment to see which resonates with you along with the images there, and we'll get started on your reading. Hello, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are answering the question of what do you need to know right now? Sometimes we just need to know what Spirit wants us to know, what our guides want us to know, and it's important. So we're going to see what's happening now, what's happening in your past a little bit, and then more importantly, what's happening in your future. And if you want to become a subscriber, then you can also go to the bonus section and have the knowledge of what blessing is coming in your way as well. All right. So as you can see, we have a Celtic cross here in front of us, and that's going to help us see the past, present, and future. Let's get started. The first image that I get from Spirit is one of you bending over, and you are feverishly drawing something on a piece of paper. It seems to me that it's something very important, something that has been on your mind that you wanted to get down, but you're also looking over your shoulder back behind you. So this really tells me that this could be a secret that you don't really want anyone else to know. Maybe it's something very personal, and it doesn't have to be anything bad. It could just be something that you really want to be for you, something that's very important to you, and you're creating this, and it sounds like you want to manifest this. Maybe you're writing this down as a manifestation and you want this to happen in your life. And I get the words secret project or secret wish. Maybe this is something that you don't want to show anyone yet. You're not ready to yet. And that's absolutely fine. Spirit is understanding of that. There's a time and a place to show others what we're thinking, and maybe now is not the time for you. The second image I see is one of something you are not aware of. And I see 2 hands and your head. It looks like you are peering into water, seeing a reflection of yourself. And then inside of your mind, There are several different doorways leading one into another, into another, into another. This makes me think that this secret project or the secret wish on the surface may seem something that is just fun to do. But with this message from Spirit here, it tells me that it's much deeper, maybe than you even realize. It could be a need that you have here in this 3D Earth realm, or even part of your soul contract. I feel like it's a very important wish or project that you are starting to try to manifest. And Spirit is proud of you for taking this on. I get the words, fulfill innate need. And that means a need that we are born with. So there's something so deep inside of you that is coming out now. Now's the time for it, at least to start thinking about it, what this might feel like, what it might be in your life here in this 3D Earth realm, and how it's going to affect you. And it seems like it's something that's almost like a compulsion. You can't help it. You need to do this. Something you are aware of. I see the image of scribbles, right? These vibrations are weaving in and out of one another, almost like an earthquake. That's what it looks like on a Richter scale. And this vibration, they're all off. They're all dancing over one another, and it's hard to concentrate. It's hard for you to concentrate on this secret of yours. It's hard to concentrate on this wish of yours. It seems like everything else is kind of getting in the way. There's a lot that seems to be blocking you from actually having this, have more time in your life to work on it, to realize it, to have everything line up. And I think that could be frustrating you at this point in time. In your past, I see you in the middle of a zoetrope. A zoetrope is an old machine that they would use to show animations. It was before they used film projectors. So they would have a series of images. They would put it in a circle, and then you would spin it around and around, and the images would look like they were animated. And the zoetrope is dancing around you, and you are inside of it, looking at it. And there's this sense of longing that you want to be a part of this action, but you aren't. Not yet. And I get the words zoetrope of hopes. I think these are all of your hopes that are dancing around you, and there's not a lot of action going on that are completing these hopes. And I think at this point in time now, you're fed up with that. You don't want to just hope that they get done. You want to accomplish something. You want to get this wish, this need, this compulsion out into the world. Have it live. Have it be here with us so that you can pursue it and have it come true. I think you have this real need, this drive coming through you at this point in time. The next image is one that will happen in your near future. It's of you on a roller coaster, and you are getting to that point of the roller coaster that's going upside down. And this is usually at this point where people are the most scared. They are terrified. But you, in this picture at least, are having your arms outstretched, and you are going upside down with total faith that things will work out. And I get the words, in this moment of chaos, trust in spirit. Find your hum, find your vibe. And the hum is talking about those vibrations that were off or seemed to get in the way. Find one that works for you. Find a meditation point. Find that focal point that really works for you, that's going to help translate this wish, this need from a piece of paper to the actual 3D earth plane, to the 5D, to help it actually come into the existence and awareness so that you can interact with it, right? Because on a piece of paper is great, but it is more than that. And especially to you, it is so ingrained in who you are that this needs to come out. And in this moment of chaos that you are flipping upside down, there's going to be twists and turns that are going to happen while you try to fulfill this wish. But trusting in spirit, as I know you do, finding that vibe, finding that hum, that frequency that is going to keep your calm, is going to get you through all of this. The next image I think is so powerful. And I think all of us can learn something from this. I see yourself, and there is squiggles all around you, right? Just like those vibrations that were off in card 3. But you have put a circle around you of a neat and orderly vibration, so you are not affected by those squiggles that are around you. This is a great message from Spirit, and I truly believe all of us can learn something from this message. Spirit says, there will always be chaos. Carry your peace with you. Wow. That gave me chills. There will always be chaos. Carry your peace with you. I think a lot of times, and especially in communities like this, we are searching for our peaceful energies. We are searching for our peaceful surroundings, environments. And in this 3D earth plane, a lot of times it's so difficult to find, if not impossible to find. If you are able to carry that peace with you, then no matter what chaos is around you, you will feel focused, you will feel grounded, you will feel one with yourself, and still march towards fulfilling this wish and this need. The next image I get is one of a mother bird feeding a baby bird. At this point, when you are finding that calm among the chaos, you are able to carve out a little bit of time every day to start working on this wish. And Spirit says that this is what it's going to take. It's going to take a little bit every day to get this accomplished. And it's going to be important to you to do that. And you're going to feel so great when it's actually there, when it's actually out and you can interact with it. The top right card is for hopes and fears. And I feel like there was a fear in this when you were writing this down in this initial card, that whatever this wish or this need was, you were fearful that it wouldn't happen. You were fearful that it would just be another thing put in a box. And I get the words, something else I didn't do. It would have been a regret. So you are making sure that this wish does not become a regret. And Spirit and your guides are there to help you fulfill this. So if there's a moment of chaos coming through, put that into Spirit's hands. Put it into your guide's hands. Put it into any soul being that can help you, right? Don't take it on yourself. Ultimately, I see you chipping away at this rock, right? And underneath this rock is this gem. It's this wish, it's this need that it will emerge and it will be beautiful. And Spirit is telling us, chip away until you have no regrets with this wish. No regrets. So with this, when we have a regret, when we have something unfulfilled, we have run out of time or we have run out of faculties or tools to get it accomplished, even though we wanted to accomplish it so badly. This wish does not have to fall into that category. It does not have to be another thing that you didn't do. And Spirit and your guides really want you to know that and to pursue it. Go for it. Find that peace in the chaos and carry that with you. Pile 1, I hope this resonates with you. I hope this brings you a little clarity right now about what you're working on. I truly wish that this is a smooth ride, but as we know, it looks like it's going to have a little bit of ups and downs, but know that Spirit and your guides are with you and you're going to get through it. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here, and know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are asking Spirit a simple question. What is it that you need to know right now? What is going to help you right now in your life? It's an important question to ask. And I'm excited because I have a bonus on this video too for all my subscribers. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button and you'll be included in that as well. But I do want to just have a way to thank my subscribers for being here every week and making this such an awesome experience. And so there's going to be a bonus at the end of this video that you can click to as well. So let's concentrate on the here and now. Let's see what it is you need to know right now. As you can see, we have a Celtic cross here. That is going to see what is happening now, what has happened a little bit in the past, and then more importantly, what's going to happen in your future. All right, let's get started. The first image that I see is one of two hands that are clasped together. So they are folded in to one another together. And there is one made of flesh, just like a human. There's one made of a tree that's made of wood. And they fit together very nicely. And there are sprouts and trees growing out of either direction of the arm that has the wood. It's an interesting image. I love this image. It's beautiful, but there's a tenseness to it as well. So these hands are clasped together, but they are gripping each other very tightly as well. It's not a restful grip, it's more of a clenching. And there is growth on the wooded side, so it makes me feel like there is a growth stage in you and a search for groundedness, right? You really want this groundedness, you really want this growth, and it is happening inside of you. You are remaining grounded, but I think it's taking a lot of energy out of you to remain grounded. I don't think this is an effortless happening. I think this is something that is taking a lot of your energy to remain grounded in whatever is going on in your life right now. This second image is something that you are not aware of. And I got a lot of flashing images, but they were all of the same image. It was just in succession, right? They were getting closer and ferocious teeth, right? They were coming at me, gnashing, right? So that means that they're biting rapidly towards me. And I was very fearful at this point. It was a huge shark coming at me and trying to attack me. That instilled a lot of fear in me and made me kind of jump back a little bit. So with this is something that you are not aware of. There could be a fear you may not be aware of that is controlling your actions. And I do mean a lot of your actions. It could be that you are so used to this fear being there that you have built your life around this fear. Does that make sense to you? Does that resonate? If so, let's keep going. The next image I see is you, and there are all these arrows going around this dark circle in the middle. This dark circle represents the fear that you have that you may not be aware of, okay? You may not understand why it is that you take certain precautions at certain times, and there's this giant fear, I think in your subconscious, you're not aware of it, that is really controlling your life right now. And this is not to wish negativity on you. This is not to cause fear. This is to help you get through this. Okay, I want you to know this right now. This is not that kind of channel. This is to help you get through and identify this fear, right? Spirit wants you to know that this fear exists because it's time for it to go. And your guides are there as well, and they're going to help you identify this fear, which is great. That's wonderful to know what is controlling your actions. I have seen one avocado split in two. The avocado is a symbol of fertility and abundance. It seems that in your past, there was something that was supposed to be abundant for you, and maybe someone else as well. And the fascinating image that I have in front of us is there are actually two avocado pits. And that pit is usually the seed that sprouts to make more avocado trees. And this means that if each side has a pit, they cannot fit together. There are two conflicting abundances here. What does that mean, RoboMonk? Okay, I'll break it down. I think in your past, you may have been trying to work with someone or was with someone, and you had two conflicting goals. You wanted something in life, like maybe a family, or maybe a certain job, or spirituality, and they wanted something else. Maybe not a family, maybe a certain job that moved away, right? Took you away from where you are. Or maybe they weren't that spiritual, something like that. Things didn't fit together. There was two avocado pits, and when you have two avocado pits, the avocado doesn't go back together, right? So there was a conflict in your past. This really brought a fear in you that is emerging now. So with this, it could be that you have this fear that you will never accomplish this abundance. Maybe you wasted a lot of time, or felt like you wasted a lot of time trying to make this past relationship work or this past goal work, and now you're trying to catch up. Maybe that's the fear. Or maybe this person instilled in you different habits to go about different ways, and you've really took those into your everyday life, and you haven't broken those habits yet. You may do things that you aren't sure why you do them. And it's time to understand why you do the habits that you do on a daily basis, to really look through them and see if they are serving you. And that's exactly what Spirit is saying. I see an image of you looking at the root of a tree, and they go deep. These roots go very, very deep. And at the top of this tree is the fear, right? This black circle with these two little eyes. And I put two little eyes in there because I feel like this fear has a name. This fear has a name for you. It's been around that long that you may have named it somewhere in your subconscious, and you aren't aware of that name yet, but it's there. It's a part of you. And I get the words, what is the root of this fear? Why is it here in your life? Why are you becoming aware of it now? I think there is divine timing in confronting this fear. I think it is wonderful that it is happening now for you. So please know that Spirit is bringing this to your attention because this is a positive time for you to take care of this. So how this affects you? This affects you in so many different ways. Spirit had me draw a huge arrow from what you're aware of, where you're going around, walking around this fear, creating habits to avoid this fear. And it's going right to where this is going to affect you in the future. And Spirit is telling you to cut habits that avoid the fear. Cut them out entirely. Start doing things that make sense to you. Look at your habits, see what you're doing every day, and really reassess them. Is this something that you truly want to do? Is this the time that you want to spend here on this 3D earth plane? Or is there something else that you can do that fulfills your soul, that fulfills your role here better than what you have been doing? And so I see a pair of scissors here that is going to help cut those habits, cut them out of your life. And I feel like you're going to be more efficient. You're going to feel more like in the flow, and you're going to have a straight line instead of walking around this fear. I feel like you're going to feel so much better about your daily life. About your environment, and something that you may not realize, since you've been putting all of this energy into being grounded, into your growth, to really concentrate on that. And maybe you didn't even know why you were doing it, why it took so much energy. But you've become stronger. You have grown in strength than what you were in your past. And you are going to find that cutting these habits and moving forward is actually going to be worthwhile, fulfilling to you. It's going to bring you peace, but also that you are going to realize the strength that you have and have become a better person than what you were. One of your hopes in this top card is that you would confront this fear. Subconsciously, I think you've always wanted to confront this fear. And you've wanted to say, all right, put up your dukes. I'm going to tackle this fear. It's going to go away. I don't care what happens. And you have always wanted this to happen. Spirit has heard you, even if you weren't quite aware of it. Your subconscious controls you so much that it can also send messages to Spirit as well, right? And sometimes Spirit talks to you through your subconscious. So they have a direct communication, even if your consciousness isn't aware of it yet. So you've grown stronger, and you've always wanted to take on this fear, even if consciously you weren't aware of it. And what I love about these two last images is that you can see in this top card, it looks large. This fear looks very large, and you're ready to fight it. But in this last image, in the ultimate outcome, you're going to find that this fear is nothing. It's something that you have avoided for so long, but you've grown stronger in that amount of time that when you finally face it, you'll say, wow, I'm so much stronger than this fear. I don't need to worry about this at all. And Spirit says this fear will diminish into nothing. Into nothing. You will be able to go about your day and not worry about it at all. What a wonderful reading from Spirit today. Thank you, Spirit, for that. So this is quite the journey. This is quite the fear that you have right now, even if you are not aware of it. But getting it into your awareness and dealing with it. Now's the time, Spirit says. So that's what you need to know right now, Pile 2. So I want to thank you for being here. I hope this brings you clarity. I hope this brings you strength in dealing with this. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us too. Know that you're blessed. Know that you're loved. And I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are asking that all-important question of what it is you need to know right now. Spirit is coming in and giving us an answer, and I'm looking forward to it. Sometimes we just really need to know how to deal with what's going on in our life right now. What's most important? And Spirit is here to answer that for us, which is great. I also want to invite you, if you're a subscriber, to the bonus section where I'm doing a tarot reading on what is the blessings coming into your life as well. This is a way that I wanted to thank my subscribers, because I always appreciate that you are here with me every week, and building this community is an amazing process, and you are all a part of that. So thank you so much. And if you aren't a subscriber, easily remedied, just hit the subscribe button and then poof, you're in. Okay? So getting back to this reading, as you can see, we have a Celtic cross in front of us. It's going to deal with a little bit about what's happening right now, what's happening in your past, and a little bit about what's happening in your future. So I will draw messages that I get from Spirit, and we can interpret them together. So let's get started. The first image that I see is very interesting right off the bat. So I see the tower, right? But this is an interesting addition of the tower. The tower, as I draw it, is shrunk down in size, and all of a sudden I see your foot coming in, and you are much taller than this tower. This tower is not a problem for you. Also, the good news is it's not actually being toppled or struck with lightning or anything like that, so no bad news there. But it's perspective, right? It's what's happening right now in your life. I feel like you are outgrowing certain aspects of your life. Certain parts of your life that you deemed necessary before, you are growing in maturity. You are growing in awareness of yourself and your surroundings. And some things are no longer important to you, and that's okay. I think you are becoming aware of that either now or in the future, and you're going to start to see things that you've outgrown. And that's a process of life here in this 3D earth plane. That's okay. And that's also a process of our soul journey, outgrowing things and moving on in your soul journey. So let's see what's next. So with this outgrowing certain aspects of your life, you may feel a little bored right now. Maybe not challenged is a better way to put that. I see you with a giant book, and you are looking through each page feverishly. It's a massive book. It's something that you want to dive deep into. This is something that you aren't aware of yet, but it is going to happen for you. And I get the words, you are about to find a new interest worth your while. You are about to find that challenge, that fits your need at this point in your journey, because you've outgrown some things. You're ready for a new challenge, even if you aren't aware of it. Sometimes taking on a new challenge and knowing that it's coming can be burdensome, but it's coming in for you, and you're going to be actually happy about it, because you're going to say, all right, I need this challenge. This makes life worthwhile for me. I found this next image very telling of where you are right now and maybe where you've been. I see you in a cape, a superhero cape. Yeah, it's flowing in the wind. You're standing very tall and strong, and it looks like you've been heroic up to this point. And maybe everyone knows it, so you haven't been able to hide the deeds that you've done for others, if that makes sense. But then you are now taking off the cape. You are saying, all right, I'm done being the hero, right? And the words come to mind. You no longer are trying to be a larger than life hero to everyone. So maybe you told everyone, yes, I can do that. Yes, I'll be there for you. Yes, no problem. Of course I can do that. And there hasn't been a lot of time for yourself. There hasn't been a lot of time for anything else. I feel that this is wearing on you. This is something that has been in the back of your mind, maybe gnawing at you a little bit. Maybe it's caused a little bit of guilt for you. But Spirit is coming in and saying, it's okay. It's okay to take off that cape, because there is something coming down the line that you can still help people, but in a different way. So you don't have to be that larger than life superhero to everyone. You can still help them, but in a different way, and in a way that's going to help you too. Because I feel like this has been a self-sacrificing time for you, and it's time for that to change. In your past, it's exactly what I thought. I see you still with the cape on. You haven't taken it off yet, right? That's in your past. And you are running about with lots of things that you are carrying, and there's this child that's holding out something else for you to carry as well. And you are gladly taking it, even though you have a lot going on. You are still trying to be that larger than life hero to everyone. And it's exhausting. And there was a point in your life that you could do it. You could still do it. You still had enough energy and enough willingness to do this. And honestly, you probably didn't know any other way that you could do that to help others, right? So you thought maybe you had to do it this way, to run them around or do errands for them or do services, that kind of thing. And people really appreciate you for this. They know that they can count on you to do things. While that's great, you are quickly being exhausted. You have no energy left, and there's no time for you to do self-development of what you want to have happen in this 3D earth plane. And that is important for you to realize. That is important for you to have time for yourself as well. Even though there are others counting on you, there are other things happening around you, it is time to have some time for yourself. And there's a reason for this, because Spirit is coming in and telling me that there's a different way for you to help. So let's see what that is. In your near future, I see everyone with their hands on their hips, even a child that's a little disappointed, looking at you. And Spirit says, some may be upset with this, that you are taking off your cape, that you are no longer being this hero to everyone. And it's something that you have to do for you. You have to realize that these people have been counting on you to do probably too much for them. Yeah, they might have been asking too much of you. And if everyone asks too much of you, that really adds up quickly, doesn't it? It really does. So you are saying, and setting some boundaries, right? You are letting them know how you want to be treated from here on out, even though if it's drastically different than how you've been asking them to treat you before. Know that there is no guilt in this. Know that there is no shame in this. This is something that you have to do, and you have to ask them. And honestly, this is a good test to see who they are to you. Do they care about you? Do they care about you more than what you have done for them in the past, right? Do they care about you as a person? How does this affect you? I see you walking away with some people. I see others still being angry at you. And this is how it's going to go. There's no way that you can please everyone. You have to know this in advance. But Spirit comes in with wise words, as always. Spirit says, if they don't understand why you're taking off this cape, right? Why you're no longer being this hero to them, why you're no longer doing all of their errands or helping them in so many different ways. If they don't understand that, then let them go for a while. Not forever. It doesn't have to be forever, but long enough that you can come into your own, that you can find your own strength and time for yourself, and then come back to them and see who they are and how they treat you. If there are people that do understand what you are doing, why you are doing this, that see you as a person, with your own needs, with your own path in life, keep them close, right? Those are your true people. As we like to say here, your soul family. Those are the people that will walk your path with you. Keep them close. They are important to you. They will even help you grow further. So the fact is that they understand where you're going and they will go with you. So as you work on yourself, as you have time to work on yourself, you may see the way you do things is changing. Subtle ways, ways that are not over the top. No one is really noticing what you are doing. You are doing them subtly, right? And the best way I can portray this is planting a seed. It's one of the most subtle actions, yet the most beneficial. When you plant a seed, no one can tell. You cover it up, you put it in the dirt, and it takes time. It takes time to mature. It takes time to grow. And you are there subtly watering it, making sure it has enough plant food, making sure that it's growing healthily. And all of a sudden, it will produce food, or it will produce shade, or it will produce something that is helpful to you and others around you. But you are respecting that maturity, that time it takes, and you are doing this in subtle ways. So you are helping people more in the long run, in the long term, rather than the short term now. And that is a different focus than what you were doing before. Before you were reactionary. Now you are planning ahead. It's still helping people, but in very different ways, but it's also helping you, and you have a lot more time on your hands to make this happen. So this top card here, after this seed grows, I see you off in the distance and looking at all of those people that are underneath this tree that has grown up around them. They have no clue that you were the one that planted it. They have no clue, but they are enjoying the shade now, right? They are enjoying the shade. And you know deep down inside that you helped them. But you don't have to let them know. You can just be subtle about it. That can be part of your path, that you know that you are doing good things, but in a subtle way. And this opens you up to do so many other things in your life. Because in this last card, I see balance. I see a balance of time, and I see a balance of your heart. You are able to do good things and have so much more time to enjoy life as well, because you are planning ahead. You are not reactionary anymore. You are thinking, okay, 20 years from now, maybe some of us won't be here in this physical 3D earth realm, but I will plan something that is going to help those people 20 years from now. And they will thank Spirit at that point for having that beneficiary in their lives. But you will know it's you. You will know in your heart that you have done something for them. And that's just as good. That is just as good. And Spirit wants you to know that as well. Not every good deed needs to be rewarded publicly. And you can have good deeds that are subtle. And sometimes they're the best. So this is a huge change for you coming up, but you're going to be passionate about it. It's going to really work for you at this point in your life. And I'm excited for you, Pile 3, because this is kind of the change I think that you've been craving, to have this long-term planning instead of this short-term reaction. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me, Pile 3. I always appreciate you being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us too. Know that you're blessed. Know that you're loved. And I'll see you next time. Hello, everyone. Hello, my subscribers. Thank you for being here with the bonus section. I feel like it's coming home, coming back to a little bit of a tarot spread, a little bit of tarot, and just reading the cards for you. I'm excited about it. We're actually looking at what kind of blessing is coming your way to help you out right now. So as you see, we have 3 decks here in front of us. I will shuffle them a bit for you, so then you know they are not pre-planned. And RoboMonk has a Robo Arm, so RoboMonk has a special way of shuffling. And I always think of it as more like a 5-year-old shuffling, but hey, you know, we do what we do. And so to do that, get these all here in the right space. So I will do that, and then I like to spread them out and see which one talks to me. So we're going to do 4 different sections here, so you have a little bit of a choice to see which actually resonates with you. If you are a long-time viewer of mine, you'll know that I choose the ones that like to hide. The ones that don't like to actually come out right at once, and the ones that call to me this way. So we have 2, move this over here. And it's saying to cut this, so I'm going to cut this again. This was an idea that came to me, and I really wanted to just kind of have an extra bonus for all my subscribers, just to say thanks. I really appreciate it. The community that we are building here is amazing. I love you all, and it's truly a joy to come back to you twice a week to see what's going on, try and help you out, try to see what's coming up in your journey, and I love it. It's absolutely the highlight of my week. So we have those 4 there, and then we have this deck here. I'm going to shuffle it up a bit. Okay. There we are. Okay. And then spread it out. Let's see which ones call to us today. Definitely several here. So we have this one. There's one here. There we are. Definitely this one here. And one more. I feel it buried. Yep, it's the last one here for you. There we go. All right. And I'm going to do one from this deck here too. Shuffle it out. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what this has for us. Here's one right here. I feel like this one here. All right. This one here. And one more. This one right here. Perfect. Okay. So we have our setup. And we are now going to see what blessings are heading your way. Okay? So let's get started. So pile one here. Now this could all resonate with you, and some of this could resonate with just one pile here. Okay, so let's see what's happening. All right. So we have integration. I combine body, mind, and soul to lift all humanity into a new dimension. You have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And renewal. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So it really says that you are looking for a path here, looking for a way to lift up yourself and lift up others around you. This says humanity, but I do want to include all spiritual beings. I do want to include all animals and plants around us, because all of it is connected, right? It's not just humanity, not just humanity. So I don't want to limit your scope to that, because all of it is so important. So reviewing and evaluating where you're at, trusting yourself, trusting your path. I think with all of this, Spirit is going to give you a lot of confidence, okay? A lot of confidence in yourself to know where you need to go next. Spirit also might give you a couple of signs which way to go, but ultimately you are being supported and you are trusting your path, right? You are making sure that you know which way to go, and then you have the confidence to walk through that doorway there. And it may be a time of renewal for you. It may be a time to review and evaluate. But ultimately, I think this blessing coming in is that confidence to know that if your action is helping yourself and others, go with it. Go with it. Because if it's helping you and helping others, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can never regret that action, right? That will always be a good way to go. It's a good compass to have inside of you. All right. We have the next one, the High Priestess. We have the Sisterhood of the Rose, and we have Celebrate Life. Okay. I see the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Always good, listening to your intuition. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. I see a strong connection here. Celebrating life. I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. And this also is very well connected here, lifting and celebrating, honoring, respecting life here that we can see and that we can't see. And I see a blessing of almost, it seems like there's going to be a soul family that you are going to resonate with. If you have a soul family already, you're just going to feel that love in return coming back to you. I feel like you've given a lot to your soul family. You've given a lot to others around you. If you're searching for your soul family, I know how that feels. And you know there's something else out there and you haven't found it yet. Just know that they may be coming into your life at this point. Because with all of this, trust your intuition, always. But know that they may be coming one at a time, or they may come all together. They may have found their own soul family, and now they are going to include you in it, which is awesome. So we always think of establishing our own soul family, but sometimes we can belong, right, to one that's already established, and you walk in and you have an instant soul family. That's an amazing feeling as well. So just knowing where you belong, right? Having that intuition and honoring the life that is around you. That's a great blessing. I love that. So let's see what else is in the next piles here. So we have 7 of air. Plans that need revision, more going on that meets the eye, and poor timing. Protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. That's well connected there. And we have reach out. I reach out my hand and my heart to connect and unite all of humanity. All right. Now on the surface, that may look like these are contradicting one another. But right now you may have some plans that you're thinking about, and they may be grandiose. They may be very large plans that you're thinking of, or there might be something that you're thinking about starting. And Spirit is coming in and saying that you may need to rethink about who you are reaching out to, okay? So know that you are protected, but also know that you shouldn't sacrifice anything that's important to you if this person is asking for it and you don't trust that person, right? If you have this little tingling in your solar plexus, it may not be the right person, okay? It may not be the right person, and you may not want to reach out to that person. You may want to reach out to a different person. So this blessing is saying that you may have some plans that you're thinking about. Look at them again. See who you're trusting. See who will honor what you want to do, okay? And seek that protection. Cut those cords from that person that you might not want to reach out to or have reached out to and things aren't going well. It's time to step back because they aren't on your path. And you should really reach out to those that have the same goals as you. All right. And the last pile here, we have the Magician. Always a fun card. We have the Mintakan. And we have Nature Spirits. Ah, very good. I know here on this channel we have many nature lovers, and I love you for loving nature. Okay? I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on Earth. I know there are a few of you for a fact that would be very into this card, very into this energy, and I know you're feeling that right now. Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay. And the Magician. You are ready. You have resources or the ability to manifest them. and life is magical. I think with these, you are channeling that place that you feel safe. You are coming into your own and honoring those around you. There might be a lot of different elements and guides that others can't see, but you can see, or you can at least feel, that are guiding you along to where you're going to feel home and safe, right? And you may be doubting yourself at this point, but know that you have the magician on your side. Know that you are ready to step out, to reach that new height, to feel that place of home and be safe. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this bonus. I loved delving back into the cards, and I appreciate all of you. Take care. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.